Hi, everybody. Welcome to episode, oh, that was 4 fingers, 3 fingers, 3 of Homes at Home. We are in my very unorganized, filthy office. Yeah, it's just a mess. So I kind of like made it so you could only see so much. You don't want to see this mess. How is everyone's lockdown and quarantine doing? I think it's been interesting for me. I just found out that Ontario extended their state of emergency for another 2 weeks. So I don't think this is going away anytime soon. And that's okay. Like, as long as we're all safe. Yeah, sure, it is difficult, but we're doing what we have to do. And, you know, this will go away. Callie's first birthday was on Tuesday on the 21st. So that was different. I had planned a huge, oh yeah, my baby's just so cute. So I had planned a huge birthday party for her. We were gonna have all of our friends and family there. We had been away in Vancouver for hi, how are you, Robbie? We had been away in Vancouver for so long. No one has seen her, and so we thought it'd be a really great time to to just have everyone come and see her at the same time. We do presents, fun games, and unfortunately, we are in lockdown. Hello, Michigan. That's from Michigan. Nice. Have I been to Michigan? Probably. I don't know. Hi, Mom. That's my mom. Oh, so fun. So anyway, all this happened. Lockdown happened. We were in quarantine, and we had to cancel her birthday party, which, you know, I was really sad about it because it's my first kid, her first birthday, and oh, thank you. We love you too. And we couldn't have a party for her. Normally everyone throws a huge bash for their kid's first birthday. It gets so exciting. And unfortunately we couldn't. So it was a little depressing for us, but you know what? She won't remember. So she had a fine time. I baked her a cake. Her cake smash was interesting. She's really like dainty with food. She doesn't mind making a mess of herself, but she is kind of picky. So she literally like picked crumbs at a time, and that's how she ate her cake. And like her dad put like a huge garbage bag on the floor in case it would be a big mess, and it absolutely wasn't, but it was super cute. We had a lot of like friends and family kind of ring the doorbell, run away, and leave a gift on the front stoop and wave from the street. So it's nice for people to see Callie kind of that way, but it was definitely not what we had planned, and it was a little bit depressing, but mostly just because the parents will remember, and it's sad for us. But Callie had a great time, and that's all that really matters. So anyway, that's how my quarantine's been going. It's I'm thinking about turning this room into a gym because I don't think gyms are opening up anytime soon, and it's really been my biggest outlet is fitness. So which has been suffering, but that's okay. I'll show you guys that maybe another time if that's what I do. So anyway, a few weeks ago, I was talking to you guys about front door makeovers and curb appeal. And I said that my door is red, and we've done yellow doors, blue doors. And I showed you pictures that I did with my friend Derek for his door. Oopsie, sorry. I'm just making a huge mess. With my friend Derek, we did his door. I did his door, and it was turquoise, and it was super fun because I love great colors. And everyone gave me like what they thought of front doors and some of their impressions of them and how it works from the street for them. Like, for example, someone told me that having a red front door means that you've paid off your mortgage, which I had no idea. And for the record, I have a red front door, and that is not what it means for me, but I digress. So it's just stuff that I didn't even know. So it's nice to really share them, share those ideas back and forth. But because it seemed to go so well and we had this really great conversation, I decided to do a little Facebook giveaway. So we are going to give away a front door makeover. Yay! It's going to go to one lucky homeowner. So I want to make sure you enter. And to enter, you just share a front door entryway picture. I want to see before pictures. I want to see everything. I want to see how bad you need one. It's going to be great. You just put your photos in the comments, and I'll choose a winner next week. So my next episode, which will be next Thursday at 2 p.m., make sure you tune in. And, okay, sorry, I have a list that I'm reading off of to make sure I don't miss this part. I'm going to explain in a second. We want to support local businesses. I keep saying we, as if my husband's doing this with me, but it's me. I want to support local businesses. And so some of our prizes are going to be a rustic welcome porch sign from Mama Bear's Tiny Shop on Etsy. Like, how pretty are those? I love it. A doormat from monkeyflymemories.ca. I'm sure a lot of you have seen the fun doormats I have at my front house. I think I've picked a few or shown a few pictures. I love that kind of stuff. It's really great. A front door decal from Farm Gal Science on Etsy. 2 lanterns from Urban Whittler on Etsy as well. And new hardware for your front door from Schlag Canada. We use Schlag for everything. I love Schlag. It's my favorite, especially with a kid. Not only is it safe, if I lose my keys, it's convenient. It's the best. So please make sure you enter this contest. I think it's going to be great. I haven't done one of these in a really long time, so I'm very excited about it. A lot of you have been looking at home makeover ideas for your home and for your curb appeal up front and things you can do at home right now. But I am not a design expert. I like to pretend I am occasionally, but I'm not a design expert. So today I invited a Toronto-based designer to come and join us, and her name is Tiffany. Hi, Tiffany.
Hi, Sherry. How are you?
Oh, I'm wonderful. How are you?
I'm good, thanks. Thank you so much for having me on. It's such an honor to be here today.
Thanks for coming, and like, stop looking so good. I'm a bit of a potato over here.
All week, Sherry. I've been in sweats all week.
Oh, I was like, no one's gonna see. I'm just gonna, go with it. It'll be fun. But how are you? Like, tell me how are you dealing with quarantine and lockdown?
I'm good. I'm doing really well. So if it's okay, I'll just give a quick intro to myself. So my name is Tiffany. I am the founder and principal designer at Tiffany Leigh Design. As Sherry said, we're a Toronto-based interior design firm, and we service Toronto, the GTA, and Ontario cottage country. We love it. We love a good cottage. It's been crazy, just like for everybody. I'm sure there's been a lot of changes for everyone. For me, I'm used to working from home, so that hasn't been as big of a shift for me. But as I'm sure you're aware, Sherry, in your field, all of the construction-related projects have really slowed to a halt. So we have a lot of client projects on hold right now, and we're just doing what we can with orders and things like that. But we're doing a lot more virtual consultations.
Oh, that's wonderful.
And yeah, I think people are in their homes for extended periods of time and realizing things that they want to change. And so that's a great way that we can help people and keep the social distancing going. So
yeah, which I think is great. And you know what? Even I'm realizing more and more the things you need to do around your house. I got on here and I was like, oh, this office is just a mess. And I've been thinking about little things that I would like to do around my house. So obviously, as you were saying, everyone's doing the same thing. You see it, you're there every day. How can you avoid it now? It's easy when you're working, you're not home. You're like, I'll do it later. I'll do it later. But now we're looking at little ways to update our home. So what are some trending paint colors?
Trending paint colors, good question. So I would say that kind of the leading expert or word in trending paint colors is Pantone. So they're a color matching company, and every year they put out a color of the year. So this year's color of the year is called Classic Blue. It's a really deep sort of royal blue, almost a navy. And I feel like we've been seeing dark blue a lot over the past few years in decor, specifically in front doors, which is relevant for your giveaway. Also in cabinetry colors, so your kitchen island, mudroom cabinets, laundry room cabinets. People are having a little bit more fun with color there with deep blue. Other than tone color of the year, I would say I have been seeing a big trend to moving towards more earthy tones. So I never thought I'd hear myself say it, but brown is starting to.
I was going to ask you about brown. Oh, I don't know how I feel about browns.
Yeah, there's probably good browns and brown.
Yeah.
But in the new way, brown is coming back. We're seeing olive greens a lot more, and we're still seeing a lot of white, but I would say it's a warmer white. It's a little bit chalkier than kind of that crisp white that we've been seeing. And then a big trend right now is, I think a white kitchen will always be classic, but we are seeing move away from white cabinetry and towards kind of mushroom and putty tone cabinets. It's popular, which is exciting to see something new.
You know what? And I like the way it sounds, mushroom and putty. It sounds so much, I don't like the color brown. Doesn't always seem like such an enticing color you want to introduce in your home. But when you say mushroom and putty, I'm into it.
or linen or
yeah, other than just white. You mentioned blue cabinets, and I'm obsessed with blue kitchen cabinets. I think it's gorgeous, but it's really nice to see that people are welcoming color more into their homes. Because I think everything for so long has been a lot of grays.
Yeah.
Hence my office. Most of my house is gray, and I love color. You would never know walking in here, but
yeah, gray is great, but I think it's a little bit cooler, right? So now people are moving to more those warm tones. So even if it is a gray, it's more of a grayish. Have you heard that term? It's gray. Yeah. So I think it's people are just looking to bring back some warmth into their homes.
Yeah, which is awesome. What are the 3 must-have items for your home office?
Oh, great question, because there's so many people working from home right now, and I know I've been there. I've been in the struggle from, oh, that's our home office here.
It's absolutely beautiful.
Thank you. I've been in the struggle before from moving from a busy office to working from home full time, and it is a struggle. And I think there are a few things that can help make it easier. So I would say the number one thing is storage. We're in a smaller condo. Our home office is in the den, and we've absolutely jam-packed it with storage with, you saw in that photo, the 2 big PAX units. Between there, we have a drawer unit, and then we have drawers at our desks as well. But I think even if you're just temporarily working from home right now, carving out some storage for yourself is really important. I think it just helps to allow you to put things away at the end of the workday and separate work from, life.
Yeah, which can get super difficult when you're working from home and it's all you're surrounded by. So I literally have my house scattered with and stuff everywhere. It's a mess. So I can understand storage. It's a good one.
Exactly. And sometimes it's hard to find storage, even especially if you're in a smaller space. But I think now's the time when people are doing things like cleaning out their closets, cleaning out drawers. So even if you can find one drawer where you just tuck your work at the end of the day, I think that's fantastic. The other must-have, I would say, is good lighting. So if you can get some natural light, that's ideal. It's not always possible. We are lucky that our den is connected to our main space, so we do get some natural light there, but we also have an overhead light. We also have task lamps. It's going to be better for your eyes. It's going to help make you feel more energized and awake and efficient. And it's funny you said you were thinking about turning your home office into a gym, Sherry, because we have been doing some home workouts here, and my partner actually was doing an overhead press with a weight and smashed our office light into pieces with the weight. So just be careful.
Okay, good suggestion. I'm going to pay attention to that. But where else are you supposed to be doing workouts now? You're fitting them in everywhere you can. I have workout equipment downstairs at my bar in front of the TV. I use my baby's mat, whatever is here. So yeah, carving up that space is nice and taking advantage of a small area. Careful of lights. That's a really smart one. I don't have tons of equipment. So I'm also reading comments as we go. So I apologize if I sound rude. I have a personal question for you. So my daughter just turned 1. And we have a really pretty nursery for her that I kept promising people I'd show, and I never really did. But we did 3/4 wainscoting around the entire room, and then we did like a nice lighter pink. But it's a nursery. How do I kind of upgrade that space for a toddler?
Right. So this is a big one. I have nieces and nephews who are toddlers now, and I'm just seeing them grow into such, and I'm sure you're seeing it with your daughter as well, seeing them grow into such independent little personalities, and it's amazing. So I think that there are 2 things. Oh, so sweet. So cute. So I think there's 2 things that I would kind of recommend people to focus on if they're looking to transition from nursery to more of a toddler room. So the first thing would be longevity of the pieces that you bring in. Obviously, you're gonna soon probably start thinking about switching her out of a crib. And which is, I'm sure, a little bit sad, but also
it's so sad. I was trying not to say it. It's heartbreaking. I want her to be a little baby forever, but it's not realistic.
It's gonna keep growing. So I would say, especially now when I think people are thinking about more environmentally friendly design, and also I think a lot of people are looking to save money during this time because the economy is quite. I think skip the toddler bed and go straight to, a larger bed. So if it's a twin, or if you have room for a double or a queen, let's go right from crib to there, and it will be a piece that can transition with them all the way up until they're ready to leave for university, which I'm sure is great.
Yeah, you know what? It's better than just spending money, especially now. We have no idea how everything's going, like you were saying. So we'd rather not. Why spend all your hard-earned money or your savings when things are so up in the air? So that's a really good idea.
Exactly. So I think with all furniture, think about the longevity of the piece. Look for quality classic pieces that you're not going to get tired of, or that don't feel too childish, that can really grow with your child as they grow. So that's the first one. And then the other thing I think that is important for transitioning is start to think about all the ways that you can foster their own independence. So independent play is going to start becoming a big thing, and that'll be nice when you can just kind of say, okay, go for quiet time in your room.
Oh my God, that's so nice.
So clear a nice big floor space. Make sure you have a nice rug in there so it's nice and soft for playing. I would install some hooks at toddler height so they can start learning how to have their own towels and clothes. I think it's great to have a toy box or book caddy at their level, so their own books and things like that. And then I would encourage, as they get older, to just keep allowing them to have choices in their home. If you're nervous about giving them choices for their own room, maybe narrow it down to 3 things and say, okay, here's 3, you pick your favorite, and they'll feel like they're still having a say. It is their space, so I think it's important that she feels like she's had a say. Obviously, right now, she may be a little bit too young for that, but I would say allow her to have some personality. You know, there's so much fun you can have with wall decals now, with and different bedding. Even their toys are so colorful. So I would say as you're moving on, try to keep the big pieces more neutral, and then she can fill in with her own personality.
Oh, I love Chicago. Hi. Sorry. You know, when we were first doing her nursery, I was so afraid to go with pink. I kind of wanted to do pastel blues, just to do something different, because of her gender, I don't want her to think it's stereotypical. It has to be the pink. But we went with the light pink. We thought it was very sweet for a little girl's nursery, and we can change it at any time. But if I weren't to repaint the room right away, how can we make it a little bit more gender neutral with that like powdery light pink?
Sure. So I think, you know, with art, you can start bringing in different, like you can start to tone down. So a big piece of art can cover a lot of that pink wall, and you can start using different colors that way. I also think with bedding, so you could transition to like more neutral bedding. I would still bring some pattern, and I always try to go with pattern sheets in kids' room just because I think it's fun.
Oh, it's so fun.
It's so fun. It doesn't have to be a pink pattern. And you know what? Benjamin Moore's color this year was a very light pink, and they're saying it's kind of like a new neutral. So I think if you just sort of get it as a neutral and layer in other elements, I think it's going to grow with her really well.
Yeah, okay, I like that. You are seeing a lot more pink everywhere.
You are. And it's like you said, if she gets older and she doesn't like pink, paint is one of the easiest and most cost-effective upgrades you can make to your home. So it's super easy to change.
Yeah. Everyone can, well, for the most part, paint. If you have trouble cutting in, you tape off where you have to. But it's just a nice, quick fix, affordable, like you mentioned, versus doing any renovations, depending on what you have the budget for and what you don't. So it's just something really quick you can do. I wanted to thank you so much for joining me. I'm going to go put the monster to sleep now. But if everyone follow Tiffany on Instagram, she's amazing. She has some wonderful design ideas. Send us your photos for your front porch. I really, really am excited for this giveaway. So please make sure you enter, and I will pick someone next week. It was so good to see everyone. And so nice to meet you, Tiffany. It's so great to connect with new people via Wi-Fi.
So great to grow the community during this time. Thank you so much.
Have a wonderful day. Stay safe.